Not sure what I should do. My wife had an insanely perfect marriage for the last 10 years. We have been married for 13 years, and the first few were pretty rough. We met at work, waiting tables, back in 2008. We dated for a couple of years and ended up getting married in September 2012. Our marriage started out pretty rocky. I was working 60 to 70 hours a week to try and give her the life she deserved. She has the type of personality where she is friends with everyone. She had a weird relationship with our boss before we started dating. Basically, his wife wanted an open marriage so she could sleep around. He didn't want it, but inevitably he had to find somebody to sleep with to make it seem fair. That person was my wife. They slept together a dozen or so times before we started dating. She told me about this before the first time we slept together. She said there was no emotional connection, and he was just a friend that she slept with because she felt bad about his marriage. She continued to be friends with him with nothing physical happening. I had found a career that was going to hopefully bring us a great future. She continued waiting tables while she finished school. As the years went on, I got increasingly uncomfortable with her talking to him. I expressed my concern, and she told me he's just a friend, and basically that I can't decide who her friends are. It bothered me, but I trusted her. We got married September 2012, and we invited all of our coworkers, including him, to our wedding. Fast forward to July 4th, 2013, and she handed me her phone for something. I look down and see text messages from him. I wish I could bring you breakfast in bed. I wish you were here, etc. I said, well, I can't believe I've been this stupid. We didn't even make it a full year. She swore up and down that nothing happened, that there were inappropriate texts, and that's it. We were constantly arguing, and I was drinking at the time, so there was definitely friction. I chose to believe her as long as she found a new job and cut ties. She did, for the most part. Fast forward a couple more years. We ended up having our first daughter. Ended up pregnant on the third round of IVF, and then 2 more within the next 3 years. Life was stressful with 3 kids under 3, and me working crazy hours to try and provide. But we were great. Our lives continued to become more and more amazing over the years. I ended up buying the business I worked for and expanding. My work schedule became minimal. Our kids were all in school full-time, so we would spend the days with each other doing whatever we wanted to do. Sometimes it would be just staying in bed all day. We took family vacations several times a year. Nice house, her dream car, my dream car, etc. It was the life we had worked towards, and we were finally enjoying the spoils. Over the last 12 years, every once in a while, the thought would pop into my head that maybe she didn't tell me the truth. I was always able to push it down because I chose to believe her. Then, one day, 6 months ago, she said something while talking to her friend on the phone. Something about work, but she said, "Oh well, he's oblivious," in reference to me. Something about it made me spend the next 5 months digging through old phones, laptops, tablets, purses, to try and find something that would confirm my worst fears. I didn't find much other than a couple old texts, not from him, those were all deleted, that led me to ask the question. When I asked her, December 23rd this past year, she immediately started crying and said, "Why now?" She admitted to sleeping with him twice. I believe that to be true based on the thousands of texts and timeline I built over 5 months. She said she was lonely, and I was mean to her back then. He was nice to her at the time, and she drove to his house and slept with him. She said all the usual. It was terrible, she didn't owe, he was small, etc. But she went back one more time a week later. She says she doesn't know why she went back. She swears there was never an emotional connection. The sex was terrible, and it really had nothing to do with him. It could have been anybody at the time. She was just so alone. She swore, on our children's lives, that it was only twice and never happened before or after. About 6 years ago, he sent her an email checking in to see how she was doing. She showed me it and sent him a mean email back to never contact her again. That he almost ruined the best thing that happened to her. We have been on a roller coaster of fighting, intimacy, sadness, and me leaving for a couple nights. It's not only that she cheated, it's that she lied for 12 years, that the amazing life we have built was founded on a lie. She has been very open and willing to do whatever it takes to prove to me how sorry she is, and that there was nothing else to ever happen. I don't know what to do. I can't sleep. I'm having panic attacks. We have 3 young, beautiful daughters and a business we share.